Have you ever sent the perfect cold email with amazing offer, laser focused targeting, and amazing infrastructure for you to only find out that you will not get replies? But the truth is that you probably haven't even reached the inbox in the first place. And in this video, I'm going to show you 11 steps to fix that and how we have taken our clients from 16% open rates to over 80% open rates, over 15% reply rates, and how we have booked over 800 meetings with brands like Lidl, BMW, and PostNord. So imagine taking your open rate from 20% to 80%. That means that 4 times more people and decision makers are seeing your offer, which means 4 times more replies, 4 times more meetings, and 4 times more deals. Okay, let's get into the 11 steps to fix your deliverability. And by the way, I made a full checklist about each of these points, and you can find it from the description below. Okay, and the first step is to get secondary domains. So if your main domain is fenistal.com, get domains such as fenistalmail.com or fenistalinfo.com. This ensures that if your domains would get blacklisted at some point, it won't affect your main domain, and that way your communication with your coworkers or clients won't get destroyed. And also, if you get many domains, you can also get more inboxes that we will cover soon, but this means that you can send even more emails. And just be sure to get domains such as .com or .co, not something sketchy and weird such as .xui or those very spammy looking TLDs. Okay, and when you have bought a handful of these secondary domains from GoDaddy, Porkbun, or any of these reputable service providers, you need to set up SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records to each of these domains' DNS settings. So what the hell are these DNS settings and records and like code snippets? So these are like passport stamps to your passport, and this means that they authenticate the domain names to email service providers such as Google and Microsoft. And I see time and time again with my clients and prospects that they don't have this set up properly. And as you would not get to the plane with no passport stamp, Google and Microsoft won't let you into the primary inbox without these records, especially if the domains are just bought and new ones. And if you don't know how to set these up yourself, which is quite difficult in the first time, but then it gets easier, you can use service providers such as premium inboxes. So you can just buy your domains and then go to premium inboxes and make an order and they will set up everything for you. Personally, I have used premium inboxes for months now and it's been working great. And by the way, you can find all of the tools I will mention in this video from the description below. Okay, and if you decide to set up these new inboxes through the new domains yourself or use a reputable service provider such as premium inboxes to do it for you, you need to set up 2 to 3 inboxes per domain. No more, no less. And you can think of this like not putting your eggs in the same basket. So when you have like many domains and only a few amount of inboxes per domain, and if one gets flagged as spam, the others will not get affected. And also you can send like maximum of 20 emails per inbox per day. So if you want to send more emails per day, you need to get more inboxes. Don't like send 100 emails per inbox because you will immediately get into spam folder. Okay, and now you have great new email accounts with the correct domain setup, but you can't just start sending yet. You need to warm up these new email accounts for 14 days minimum, ideally 3 weeks or 4 weeks, or if you are sending to Outlook, which is harder to get nowadays, 3 months even. And for the warm-up, you can use tools such as SmartLead and Instantly and use their built-in warm-up capabilities. And this means that your new email accounts will be in a warm-up pool and the other emails in the warm-up pool are sending like fake emails to one another, or they're not like fake emails, but there is no human sending them. It's like automatic. And this day by day increases your domain reputation. And after 2 weeks, it looks normal when you start sending cold outreach in a low volume. Okay, and now 2 weeks has passed and you're gonna start sending. But I highly recommend that you don't start sending 20 emails per day per account in the first day. I would recommend that in the first week you send 5 emails per account. In the second week you send 10, and in the third week you can send 15 to 20. And this gradual increase makes just the sending look more human. And that is what it's all about, because Google and Microsoft tries to spot these cold emailers and you want to make everything look as human as possible. Okay, and here is one thing that most people don't know about or don't care about, but it's super, super important. You need to verify every email that you are sending to with an external tool such as Million Verifier. And what this tool does is that it will check every email to see if it's risky to send to, is it unknown, is it invalid, and you want to only send to valid, existing, up-to-date emails. Because if you are sending automatically a lot of emails to invalid emails, Google and Microsoft will pick this up once more, and yeah, that's not something like humans do, send like mass emails to invalid emails. So you need to make sure you verify these emails. Okay, and that's a lot of emails. But the seventh step is to send only to Google accounts if you don't know exactly what you are doing. And not too long ago, I tested this myself. I analyzed my own emails and replies and campaigns and my clients as well. And what I found that it's extremely hard to land consistently with a new fresh setup to Outlook. In the first few days, it's great, but then it drops drastically. And landing to Outlook emails is another video of its own, and I'll make it at some point. But now, if you don't know exactly what you are doing, I highly recommend sending to Google and others inboxes only and skip Outlook inboxes. This way, you can 3x your responses and meetings and deals immediately. Okay, and the eighth step is to keep it text only. So I recently had a consultation call and they did a lot of things wrong, but one of the things that popped out immediately was that they had like 200 words long emails that was exactly like ads, and they had like links in them and images in them, and yeah, no wonder they wanted to go into the primary inbox. Because you see, Google and Microsoft is trying to prevent malicious emails. And what do scammers do? Well, scammers send a lot of emails with links and images and PDF files. So just skip that and you won't be mistaken as one. So keep your emails short, less than 100 words, ideally 75 words or less. You can also use Meteor to check for spam words, and also no links, no images, just plain text. Okay, and the ninth step is to personalize your emails with AI or use spin tags. So spin tags is that you will like create variations to your sentences, like synonyms or slight variations, so you are not sending the exact same email thousands and thousands of times. And you can easily do this in Smartlead or instantly. And an even better way is to use AI to mass personalize these emails based on like website data, LinkedIn data, or something relevant. And you can use the website information, for example, and then use AI within tools such as Clay to like manipulate it in a way that fits your sentences, and this way each and every email that you are sending out is unique. But if you don't know how to use Clay or how to use mass personalization with AI, Spintax is the way more easier step to do, and you can easily do it inside Smartlead and instantly. Okay, and the 10th step is gonna sound weird, but do not track open rate. Because when you are tracking open rate, it will add a pixel to the email, because it needs to track it somehow, and it will track it by the pixel. And as we learned before, you want to only send text-based emails, and the pixel works as an image, kind of. So when you are tracking open rates, you are sending an image in each of every one of your emails. And yeah, open rates aren't even accurate anyways. And yeah, this raises the question, how do you know then if your emails are landing in the inbox? And don't track open rates, but track reply rates. So if you are not getting replies whatsoever, even like get lost or not interested, it's like a sign that your emails are most likely going to spam. Okay, and the 11th step is to do short sequences only. So a few years ago, it was normal to create like 5 to 6 step sequences, even 7 or 8. But nowadays, Google and Microsoft are making it very easy to mark you as spam inside of like Gmail or Outlook. And the chances are, if they are not interested in the first 2 or 3 messages, they are not interested. So just send 2 to 3 step email sequences and you will drastically drop the amount of spam complaints you will get. So get your free deliverability checklist from the description. And also here are some benchmarks you should know. So if your reply rate is less than 1%, there is definitely something wrong with your deliverability. If your reply rate is between 1 to 5%, it is good. You are not landing in spam most of the time, but your copy and targeting can be improved. And if your reply rate is over 5%, this means that you are pretty good, and you can also make like slight adjustments, but over 5% reply rate is good. So now your deliverability is in check and you have a lot of firepower to send a lot of good emails. But now you need to find decision makers to send emails to. So check this video. I'm gonna show you a lot of tools to find up-to-date contact data and hidden gems as well.